These days, 3D is everywhere, and more than likely you'll wind up working on a 3D show at some point. The X series makes 3D a lot simpler. The native 3 gigabit X series is well equipped for 3D and includes an optional 3D utility, which manages many of the tasks related to live 3D production. So I'm going to go over to Engineering Setup, Format. Now this is normally where you would change the system format from say 480i to 720p or 1080i. Over here is the 3D mode button. Now I'm going to hit this to put the switcher into 3D mode. Now it will cause the output board and only the output board on the switcher to reboot. So now that the output card is reboot, we can see that we're now actually in 3D mode. And there's a couple other settings I need to make here. The first one is under the Install Unit Config menu. And I'm just going to hit Unit Config, which is going to let me get into the 3D connection pair setting. Now what this does is this allows me to choose whether the left eye and right eye are next to each other, like input 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6, or whether I want them on top of each other. For instance, input 1 matches right below it to connector 21, and then input 2 matches to connector 22. In this case, I'm going to use the 1-2 mode so that my left and right are next to each other. The next setting I'm going to make is I'm going to go to the switcher menu and I'm going to go to the 3D config menu. Now I have a couple of choices here. First thing we're going to go is into input link. Now even though I just told the switcher that I want my left and right eye to be on adjacent connectors, I need to actually link them together. So I'm going to go over here and select camera 1 left, and you can see camera 1 right is its normal pair, kind of grayed out so I can't play with it too much. I'm going to hit link. So you can see here the left, camera 1 left, is now paired with camera 1 right. The link is on, and we have it. Now you can see that there's a left and right input exchange button. Let's say that somebody wired the left and right eye backwards. Well, without this button, I'm going to have to go back to the back of the switcher to change the cables or go all the way out to the camera. In this case, I just hit it, and you can see now that my left and right eye has been exchanged. Put that back to normal. I'm going to go down to camera 2 here, and I'm going to do a 3D link there. So we see that we have camera 1 left and right and camera 2 left and right linked. Now, link number 5 here, I have an XD cam deck. Now, I'm not going to link that because that's a 2D source, so it doesn't need linking. The nice part is the 3D utility allows me to mix 2D and 3D sources in the same switcher at the same time. So if we look down at the panel, you can see that I have camera 1 and camera 2 now. And now I can switch between them, but it's really switching both pairs. Now let's finish our settings. So we'll go back over here and we'll select the other link, which is frame memory output link. Now normally a frame memory has pairs, a video and a key pair. Well, in 3D you're going to need 4 frame memory channels because you've got to have a left video and key and a right video and key. All this again does is let me set that. So I'm going to hit frame memory link, and you can see that frame memory 1 and frame memory 5 are now linked together. Hit this one, frame memory 2 and 6, and frame memory 3 and 7. Now I'm going to leave frame memory 4 and 8 in 2D mode in case I have some graphics that don't actually need to be in 3D. The last little thing I want to show you isn't really a setting, it's more of an adjustment. I'm going to go to the Global DME menu, and I'm going to select 3D mode. You have total control of both parallax and disparity when you put graphics inside your DME channel.